Well, here the water's covering about half of these red letters that spell out Baton Rouge along the levee. And earlier today, I caught up with a few people that saw this for the first time. The LSU helmet has more than 20 sensors built inside, and when a big hit happens, that information is relayed from the field to the LSU sideline, where the athletic training staff can evaluate that player in real time. She slept through the whole shooting, but when she woke up and came outside, she saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 bullet holes outside of her house. And Johnson's workshop is closed for now, but when it opens back up, you can go there just to see how talented she was. Reporting live in Lafayette, Troy Gaulden, WBRZ News 2.
News 2's Troy Gaulden's live in Sunset with more on what unfolded inside that store.
Here outside the Sunset Mini Mart, you can see debris that was pulled out of the store after the fire. Inside the store, it's an even bigger mess.
Our babies won't have a mother because of this.
Surrounded by friends and family, Suzanne Salter looked back on her daughter's life. Nicole Salter died after a 3-vehicle crash the day after Christmas.
Somebody just totally disregarded watching the road. How could somebody just not look where they're going and to kill someone? How could they even live with that?
At the time of the crash, the driver responsible for the wreck, 19-year-old Ansley DeZotel, told investigators she never saw another car. She just heard a big thud. In the courthouse in New Roads, Nicole's mother testified to show jurors how much her daughter meant to the people she loved.
It was horrible to have to be in this situation, to lose a child, and to come here and relive it.
While Nicole waited to make a turn on Highway 190 in Livonia, DeZotel slammed into the back of the stopped car. Livonia police say DeZotel may have been texting and driving, but the district attorney's office could not go into detail.
Grand jury, by its nature, is we can't get into it.
These pictures show the aftermath of the crash that killed Nicole. Her mother wants closure and justice.
There needs to be consequences for this. You shouldn't be breaking the law and getting away with it.
Moving forward, Nicole's mother plans to reach out to her daughter for strength to get through these tough times.
She was an extremely strong person, much stronger than me, and I talk to her every day and ask her to please give me the strength to go on.
Those are pretty fish. Come on, baby, you're going in.
At 4 a.m., hundreds of rainbow trout found a new home. A few hours later, the sun came up, and local fishermen accepted the challenge.
I've been here probably 10 times over the last 3 years.
Walker resident Todd G. grew up with a fishing pole in his hands.
I had an uncle who passed away 2 weeks ago who took me fishing since I was old enough to walk.
The city of Walker spent a little more than $1,600 to get the rainbow trout shipped in from Missouri.
It's just kind of a Christmas present for the fishermen in the area to come in and be able to do something different and fun.
It is a very nice gesture. It is a really positive thing for the community. Like I said, I bring my kids here. I'm always looking for something like that, good, clean fun to take them out and teach them how to do something and let them have a good time, and they thought it was really exciting.
The lake's known for bass, brim, and catfish, but now fishermen have a unique opportunity.
99% of the people in this area have never caught a rainbow trout, let alone probably never seen one.
For Todd G., catching a rainbow trout would be a first.
I had high hopes for the lure, but not a bite so far.
Although the new fish won't bite, G plans to make another trip soon. Troy Gaulden, WBRZ News 2.
Norris Greenhouse Jr. walked out of jail a free man with limitations after nearly 3 weeks behind bars. A judge ruled in favor of the Greenhouse family, posting a $1 million bond.
I have no comment on the ruling. If that's the court order, that's what I'm going to abide by.
Were you surprised?
Not really. I could have gone with either one. Whatever the court orders, that's what I'm going to do.
The issue was that Greenhouse's father is an attorney here in Marksville.
No comment.
An obscure law states that an attorney cannot bail someone out, but a judge ruled that law does not apply in this case since the father does not represent his son in court. Meanwhile, outside the Avoyelles courthouse, locals made a stand against violence and what they call corruption in the small town.
Baby killer! These are my children. He's 6. I refuse to allow my children to be raised in a criminal atmosphere with crooked politicians and a crooked system.
Greenhouse Jr. spent his time in public today wearing a bulletproof vest while shackled. Greenhouse will now spend his time on house arrest, monitored by an ankle bracelet, while he waits for his next day in court.
I really don't know. I don't think anybody's going to try to harm him. I wouldn't think so. I'd hope not. You know, let him go to court and justice be served.
You have to trim this one twice, Mike.
For Gramercy native Richard Dewey,
It's good over there?
it's a Christmas tradition to build bonfires along the Mississippi River.
I'm 61 right now, and I've been doing it ever since I can remember.
To make a top-notch bonfire, Dewey says getting quality wood's the toughest challenge.
Just finding it, that's the problem now. Every year is having to go farther and farther to try to find anything that's decently straight.
Building the teepee-shaped bonfires typically takes a few hours of hard work. Then it's a waiting game for Christmas Eve when the real fun begins.
I could imagine people seeing this for the first time, are really amazed at it, because all this work we're doing is going to go up in flames in a couple of hours one night.
More than 100 bonfires line the levee for miles through Gramercy and Lutcher. It's an event that draws in thousands of people and visitors from all around the world.
It's been taken off really a lot. And that's a good thing for the economy. It's a small town. We don't have, we're not a big city or anything. And that brings a lot of tourists in. They're all spending money, so that helps out everybody. And I guess any kind of publicity is good for the local economy.
For people like Dewey, it's nice to share a small town tradition with so many others. Troy Gaulden, WBRZ News 2.